seems that I hit the side of a hornet's nest when I answered a question. I don't know if any of you have seen those interviews, but hey, here's a tip. If you ever get the opportunity in your life, in your career, to go on a worldwide television program and sit across the table from someone with a diametrically opposed world and life view and stare into the barrels of 5 loaded questions like, what do you think of homosexuality? What do you think of gay marriage? What do you think of abortion, even in the cases of incest and rape? What do you think of the Catholic Church having to pay for contraception against their moral conscience? And who do you think will make the best president for the next 4 years? You should go for it.
That's Kirk Cameron talking at Liberty University, talking about his appearance on Piers Morgan. He went on the Piers Morgan program to talk about his documentary Monumental, and Piers Morgan ambushed him with questions about homosexuality and the presidential race. And Kirk Cameron says, look, I spoke the truth. If you get the opportunity in the same situation, you speak the truth as well. Now, let me ask you this question. I believe that Kirk Cameron, even though what he said outraged the world, they were outraged at what he had to say. They went apoplectic that he would defend natural marriage on the Piers Morgan show. Kirk Cameron was loving the people to whom he was speaking. Why? Because he was speaking the truth in love. And let me ask you this question. Does everybody who watches the Piers Morgan show know that Kirk Cameron is a disciple of Jesus Christ? Absolutely. Why? Because he loved people enough to tell them the truth. He was not intimidated or cowed into silence. And now people know that he is a sincerely devoted follower of Jesus Christ. Now, you can offend the gods of political correctness, and that's what Kirk Cameron talks about in this next soundbite. Let's listen.
The truth is always love speech. It's not hate speech. The truth communicated with compassion, with a desire to see people in a right relationship with God, helped and healed and whole, is the most genuine form of love speech you can give to anyone. But you know, I also learned a lesson from that. And that is that blasphemy laws are still alive and well in America. And I seem to have blasphemed the God of political correctness, and they tried to drag me out into the public square and crucify me.
So Kirk Cameron,
blasphemy laws don't go away. It's just the God who is blasphemed changes.
So Kirk Cameron saying, look, there is a blasphemy law. You know, Islam, the Muslims, they want a blasphemy law. I mean, they're working at the UN to try to get an international law that would criminalize blasphemy against Muhammad, against Islam, against the Quran. They want people all over the world to be punished for criticizing Islam, criticizing the Prophet, criticizing the Sharia law. And yeah, what Kirk Cameron says, look, we already have a blasphemy law in place, and it is operational. And the God whom the secular world worships is the God of political correctness, the God of gayness, the God of secularism. And if you say something that they don't like, you have violated the law, the blasphemy law against the God of political correctness, and they will make you pay. Now, here's what I want to begin talking with you about today, because this is kind of front burner stuff, and it's just particularly egregious stuff. You might have heard